Look, guys, so this is what it is, man. Bud Crawford just had his send-off from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm not even from Omaha, but I'm pumped up for not just Omaha, man, but for America. You know what I mean? Like, Bud is coming in to this fight. I heard somebody say this on the, I think, the Boxing Voice. I heard one of the callers say this, and he took the words right out of my mouth. Bud should be a household name. Terrence Crawford should be on cereal boxes. Terrence Crawford should be on boxing gloves. Terrence Crawford should be talked about amongst the top athletes in the world. He should be talked amongst the LeBron Jameses, the Steph Currys, the Jalen Hurts. He's not talked about enough. The dude has been consistent. He's challenged himself in different weight classes. He's been a champion. He doesn't talk or boast. He's not overly flamboyant when it comes to materialistic things. The dude loves fishing. His car that he bought is a pickup truck. This is the type of dude. This is the American dude. This is the Apollo Creed, man. See, only in movies can they want to make up a certain look, but we got that in real life, and we don't need another movie to be Creed. We could just have the movie called Crawford, bro. Like, let's be real, because he is walking amongst us. And I'm gonna tell you this: the real life Crawford is here, right? And you know, when they try to put Apollo Creed up, and in that movie they try to make it about race because they needed Rocky to avenge Apollo Creed after going up against the Russian, the drug-infested Russian. At that, like, right? Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, I like to keep it real. So if we can keep it real, we can keep it real. That's what he was. We know the steroid Russian that he was going up against. What's his name? Drop his name in there. What's the dude's name? The big Russian that I have on the thumbnail. You know his name. I don't know his name. Forget his name. It's not even important, right? They try to have Apollo Creed go up against that and take an L. When we know, one, he cheated, but also that Apollo was gonna beat him too. But for some reason they made the grit and the grind and the hardness of Apollo Creed, they made that demeanor and energy go towards Rocky. And listen, I'm in the city of champions. Right? Where the real Rocky Marciano lived and grew up. Where he trained. And they got a statue of that Rocky. The Rocky in that movie, that's fake. Right? We know it's all fake stuff, right? But it was really to kind of help push that Rocky narrative. Because Rocky was a 50-0 fighter, and, you know, show some love there. But Apollo Creed didn't need none of that. He could have just been the winner himself. And so now they make the new creeds and all that. That's all good. But right now, what I'm telling you is, in real life, when the real Creed comes in, see, Mayweather, man. Mayweather was phenomenal. He already beat Canelo. He already beat Canelo with 40. Canelo had 40 wins. Nobody's ever going to mention any of those fighters that he went up against with 40 wins. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a quick second. Name some of his top fighters. Name some of his top fighters and his 40 wins, Canelo, and his 40 wins, and put that resume up against Bud Crawford's resume. Put his first 40 up against Bud Crawford's resume with his first 40. Tell me if Bud could have beat any of Canelo's first 40. Yeah, that's the question. Tell me. Could Bud beat any of those first 40 of Canelo's? Yeah, cause that resume is fluff. That first 40 that he got to go up against the legend, Mayweather, was fluff. But let's talk about it though. As great as Mayweather was, he doesn't come with the same demeanor as Crawford. When I say demeanor, he doesn't. When it comes to being a man, guys, like, let's just keep it like that. When it comes to being a man, just like LeBron, when it comes to being a man, outside of the physicality all the time, there's other attributes that you got to have to be a man, a stand-up man, besides your physical attributes. There's other things that exist, and Crawford walks with those. Things that Mayweather couldn't foster. He had to substitute with a different aura. He had to substitute with a different aura. Mayweather did. When I say different aura, he had to substitute it with lots of jewelry and cars and stuff like that, right? And that's good for him. That's good for anybody that wants to do it. But when we get down to the grit, you don't need none of that to show the confidence that Bud Crawford shows. And that any young boy around America could show. That he could show his confidence in masculinity without any of that stuff. And that's what Crawford does. That's what makes Crawford cut from a different cloth. That's what makes Crawford the real Apollo Creed that they don't really want to have. They don't want to champion that. Why isn't that being championed? He shouldn't have to speak like Muhammad Ali. You know what Muhammad Ali had to risk in order to speak like that? He shouldn't have to. His character alone should speak for itself. He should be getting the biggest fights. And that's why Turki Al-Sheik's dope. Because Turki Al-Sheik's not worried about none of that. The way he has to talk and sell it, he's not worried about that. Turki Al-Sheik's like, this dude's the truth. He comes with the skill. He comes with the demeanor. He has all the attributes that we're going to promote him and give him his just due. And that's why he's getting his fight. And I'm going to tell you now, man, as we get closer to the fight and how much hate people had with him getting the fight and how little he was up until this point, man. Now everybody's switching their tune. I'm telling you, man, this fight is going to look, it's going to look something like that Spence, bro. I'm feeling that way now. Yeah. I'm feeling more about it, man. Like, seeing him come on stage, the dude is in great shape right now. The dude is in great shape right now, bro. The dude's in great. I don't know. He might jump on the stage. He might come in there at 160 for fighting. He might be at 160 or something. I don't know what his weight is, but he looks in great shape. He looks like a well-oiled machine ready to go. I don't know. Maybe he's like, I'm gonna keep it lean, man. 160, put on a little weight. He'll be, 168 on fight night. Maybe they're playing it like that. Like, he's gonna come in at 168 because if Canelo comes in and he's 168, if Canelo's 167.5 and then he puts on 10 pounds, man, that's a slow Canelo, bro. That's a slow Canelo. And his punching power is not going to change much from 168 to 175. It's going to be the same. Bud's going to feel the same. That 8 pounds isn't going to change anything. It's here. It's here. That's why he's the real Apollo Creed. The Apollo Creed that they can't make lose, bro. They see, giving him the fight, they didn't want to give him this stage because they knew how great he was, and this is what's going to expose it. And now you're going to have this super clean athlete, American athlete. You can't say nothing bad about him. They even try to throw a little dirt on his name, talking about, yeah, he got the snack. He was Snack. And Snack's known for steroid. His camp is tight. His camp is tight. What time is it? Work time. His camp is tight. They're smart. They're intelligent brothers, right? And they're coming in with a recipe to destroy the Mexican Canelo. What? To destroy, even though he's already taken L's. This is the part that is like, man, whatever, man. The dude's already taken L's. We already beat this dude up. I think because he beat up Lara, right, and he should have lost. I think because he beat up Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs was getting old. Like, listen, man, we all know what it is. But tonight, in 13 days, he can't change that narrative. The narrative is gonna be what Bud deems it to be in the ring. What Bud deems it to be in the ring that night. So the real Apollo Creed is about to jump on the big stage, and ain't no ring. Turkey, we need to get a smaller ring. Turkey, we need to get begging. We need to get a smaller ring. Bring in Jaron Boots Ennis. We need to see how he does it. What he does, switch it, nothing. Canelo, you're asking for too many favors, bro. For the little guy, you're asking for too many favors. Make the ring smaller. Bring in Jaron Boots Ennis. Give me some headgear. Make the gloves 12 ounces. All this stuff. Bud ain't asking for nothing. Bud didn't ask for a weight change. He didn't ask for a clause, right? To meet at a catch weight. Bud didn't ask for nothing except a chance. That's scary, bro. I don't think y'all know what's going on. Y'all not really paying attention. Y'all hyped up over, oh, he hit so hard. Like he got this Thanos glove on and he just be knocking dudes out. He just walk up, one hit, a quitter. Boom. He's not that. He's not that. He's not that. He's not brutal like Tyson. He ain't brutal like Roy. Come on, bro. He's not that, bro. Let's stop. Let's stop. I know y'all want to give Canelo the hype. He ain't brutal like that, bro. He ain't brutal like that. And in fact, we should be leaning more and paying attention more to Benavidez at this point anyways. So after this beating, the Mexicans can lean on Benavidez because he's the next up and coming, the truth. So we can come up off of all that and focus on what's the reality, man. But in 13 days, when I'm out and wait till y'all see my shirt. Wait till y'all see the shirt I come up with. When I'm down in Vegas, you know, what's circulating for the fight. It's gonna be a good night, man. But the real Apollo Creed is about to show. Y'all about to see the real American Apollo Creed do everything they didn't want him to do in the movies. I'm gonna leave it with that.